Hit the panel and let's review all that has happened this week. Baby, y'all get me. Baby, I got a little time for y'all. I got a little time for the children. I'm not going to try to mess up your time, but this is the time for you all to speak. And I want to hear your opinions. We may not agree, we may disagree, but that's okay. So let's talk about it. What's up, YouTube? I'm going to do something that I rarely do. I am actually going to drop the link and I want to hear your comments about the Carruthers situation, about the situation with Ness and the Heat and April and James. It's just a lot. Jay Wilson, it's a lot going on. I see. What's going on? People going crazy. Well, what do you mean, Hershey? Miss Philadelphia, you said child. Now, trust me, y'all, I have been preoccupied. So I haven't really been able to check on a lot of stuff. And I got a little break right now. So I said, let me come on over here and see what's going on. So what's happening, you all? So you can either hit the link or you can type it in. It doesn't matter. I know that people are different, but I am giving people a chance to come up and talk, and then you can do that today. What's up, Haitian Princess? What's up, Britt Haley girl? How you doing? Did you hear Mother clean up today? I saw it. Is there another cleanup that I missed? Because again, I saw the first cleanup and I came on while it was going on because I had something else to do, so I wanted to talk about it. Wait, is somebody else on that I don't know about? Is somebody else on that I don't know about, y'all? Baby, what you talking about? So was there another cleanup? Mm. Well, was it this afternoon? And she talks too much. Is there another vlog on? What's up, Tracy? How you doing? Tracy, I heard a little bit of your commentary. I think it's really interesting. Okay, well, go ahead, Sadie. But anyway, y'all, what y'all think? Do y'all think April is wrong? Do you think James is wrong? Do you think Mr. Carruthers is using these women, or is he just misunderstood? Or that do you think Ness and this Heat really into each other? Do you think that this is another click in a view? It's just so much going on. There's so much going on. Oh, well, okay. Uh-huh. Mm. Really, Hershey? What was said, Hershey? Who he think is affiliated with it? That's interesting. Who's affiliated? What's up, Misunderstood? Ooh, Misunderstood, girl. I hope you don't get cursed out no more. Child. Misunderstood, busy doing her yoga. But y'all, what y'all think is going on? So, like I said, y'all can voice your opinions. That man is an old hoe. Rodney, you don't like that man for some reason. Why do you not like that man for some reason, Rodney? Something is on with that man, Rodney. You just don't like that man. Rodney, you don't like that man. What's wrong, Rodney? He may hurt you. Rod called him a hoe. He may hurt you. A lot of people do stuff. Jay Wilson, it's been every day. Girl, why is she coming at you? Oh my God. It's because you're doing yoga now and you can do splits and stretch. I don't know. Misunderstood. You got your bikini ready, girl. Misunderstood. You gonna do a yoga class for us? You gonna do a yoga class for us? He too old for that, man. He was very disrespectful towards me at one point. Okay, how was he disrespectful? Did he call you the F word? Because I heard he called Sean Bradley the F word. Hmm. I mean, misunderstood. We can work it out because I'm gonna be doing morning classes. But you might want to do a yoga class, girl. Okay, do the yoga class for the cheering because look like you can do some real good yoga. Mother said he's not saying no names, but he knows the people who are when he said that at the end, the clean up. I was shocked. Okay. Baby, there ain't no friends on YouTube. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Rodney, is this you? I don't want you to be showing your booty, honey, because you got them booty pictures out there.
No, no, it's all good. Now, the reason why I say what I say, Jay Wilson, about that man is because, like I say, he was. I don't like nobody for no reason at all. He was at one point in time. He was very disrespectful toward me at one point in time, because of this certain content creator I follow by the name of Tommy. And so just because you don't like Tommy or whatever doesn't mean, you have to be disrespectful to the next person that like it, that may like that content creator.
Well, why didn't
And
he
so
like Tommy? Was Tommy in the community?
no, he didn't like Tommy because Tommy Sotomayor. I don't know if you know Tommy Sotomayor, but
You talking about? Oh, girl. Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
so
I'm sorry, but you talking about? Yeah.
he's got a bad
Hmm.
reputation out here. So
Yeah.
but but I like him and I'm a fan of him. So, but my thing is, don't be disrespectful just because you're not a fan of him, of his. And see, and that's what I had a problem with him. Talking about that I was, ride his peen and all that, and was just being very disrespectful toward me over on King Roman's chat. Him, Big Man TV, and Miss Toby, they was being very disrespectful up there, and I didn't like that shit. So
Okay.
so
Okay.
and I
Well,
had and like I say, and he ain't number he was thickest talent in in anybody, in it, and he has proven that because he's like I told he's low key on every panel, flirting with any and every woman up there, no matter
oh,
how they look.
Jesus.
You see what I'm saying? No matter how they look, and then he had the audacity to go over on Vic Damone's chat, get up on the platform because I don't think Vic Damone is too cool on Lady Snoop, and sitting up telling that man he will F Lady Snoop. How in the hell is you gonna sit up and tell somebody what they will F and what they won't F? That's your hoish ass.
Oh Lord. Well. Oh Lord.
You
Hold on
know.
for a minute. Rodney, take over for a minute. Somebody calling me, Hunty. Take over for
Oh,
a minute.
okay. So that's why I don't like the man. Now I give it to him. He seemed to be well liked in the beef sector and all that. But no, I don't. I'm not too cool on him. I'm not. So that's what that is. And for us, this heat and Ness, I was expecting more, but I enjoyed it. I supported both of them. Um, I was expecting more. Things. More like affection and maybe them two being outgoing and stuff like that. But other than that, I still enjoyed it. I still support them. Glad they met eventually. Things like that. Whatever. Uh, what else did he mention? It was William Carruthers, this Heat Nest, and it was somebody else. Oh, the on site in Treasure Lane. I didn't really catch all of that, but I think they'll be all right. I think it was just a miscommunication, a misunderstanding, and I caught a little of it, and both of them will be all right. And let me read what the chat is saying. Mm. Oh, Diving, you like Snoop? Well, that's cool. I mean, but I don't like her. Um, just reading the chat. Yeah, he dropped off. He said he had a phone call real quick, so he said he'll be back momentarily. Tracy, I don't know what Dovey's problem. I like Miss Dovey, but I
I mean,
don't I don't know what's going on with her.
I'm back, Rodney.
Yeah, I was just reading the chat and addressing different people. I talked a little bit about this heat in Ness also. I said I was expecting more Jay Wilson, but I still enjoyed it. I still
Well,
enjoyed it.
look. Let me say this: if you, but I seen a couple of things, Rodney. I seen a couple of things on this show. First of all, we're talking about Ness and this heat, not because well, I'm gonna be reading a lot of stuff. Was James wrong? No. Was on site wrong? No. Both are right because those are their feelings to say what's wrong. We're gonna talk about that, Rennie. I'm glad I'm gonna hold that right there. We're gonna talk about that. But let's go to the Ness this heat thing. Because I think people losing sight by looking at James and April situation. And I think that's really interesting. But let's go to the Ness thing and the this heat. Um, Again, I believe under promise, over deliver. Never over promise and under deliver. And so the $20 could be for a lot of things. The
Hmm.
$20 could be because they gonna see who gave it, and there's a sucker born every minute, I guess. But also, I wonder how many men versus women gave. And I'm looking at that because, baby, a lot of stuff was giving me lesbiterian tease. It was a lot of stuff that goes on. I don't think that this heat is a bad looking person.
Right.
Um, I know people trying to make her out to be a bad looking person. I don't think this heat is a bad looking person. However, I think that she is an introvert and she doesn't warm up to people. And you either like her or you don't. And I think she's very hard to read, and a lot of people do not like her because they think she has no personality. Um,
Right.
like I said, there's many reasons. I think Ness is an extrovert, but I was looking at body language. Demetra lit all day. She don't like Ness. She don't like Ness at all.
I don't like
But
her ass either.
well, I get you, but she don't like her. I mean, but Demetra made some points that they've been in that room all day. Ain't no pillows been moved and stuff, honey. Because if you
Right.
are attracted to somebody like that, like that, like that, like
Right.
that,
Right. Right.
okay. Nobody ain't swapped no spit. Nobody ain't feel or nothing.
Right. Right.
I'm just saying. So Demetra lit all day. So I don't know if it's a getting to know you phase. And then I think this heat was a little uncomfortable. She didn't want to be on camera. But and that's another thing too. Now, when I'm with my partner, I'm not on YouTube, you know? And so again, if I'm on vacation, I'm not going to be on YouTube all the time. If I'm
Right.
in a hotel, I'm not going to be on YouTube all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was like most of their time was on camera and panels and so I'm like, well, is this for the show? Do you all really like each other? And I just see a lot of things that something different. And then I did hear Miss Heat try to like tell Nesta, you know, scale back, hold back. You're doing too much, you know. And I think that may be an issue. And we won't know until after this. Now, they may make it. They may be a great couple, and they may have had a romantic interlude um, off camera, but it's just what we saw on camera. And this is why I say you got to be so careful what you put on camera,
Right.
because again, when you put it on YouTube, people are going to talk about it.
Right.
Regardless,
Right.
you know, they talking about my vagina right now because I got a vagina. I don't have no penis, according to the girls. So it is what it is. But hey, I had a camera slip. It's life. You move on, you live with it, but people gonna talk about it. You know they are.
Right.
So
Right.
I think that's really interesting. That the dynamic and you know, and then I heard this heat talk to Lovely Love, and when this heat is upset, it takes a whole new people don't like her. And I can understand why. I know she's defending herself, but it comes off a certain way. And I think sometimes people like, you know, mm, yeah, I see some things, but and then you got the April thing. Let me say this thing with April and James. You know, people are saying that they uh peddling and pee popping. You know what? Folk want April and James to fight. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Exactly. Right.
They
Right.
want them to fight. And the people who don't like, there's somebody right now who don't like April nor like James, but would want April to fight James. I think April said what she said. I think James said what he said. I think there was a misunderstanding. April
That's
thought she was
exactly right.
being
Right.
shaded, you know, with the leg situation and stuff. And James, you know, he didn't feel like she was getting shaded. I think they said what they said. I think April came. I know April respects and likes James, and I think the same thing. But again, they disagree. I haven't agreed with James on a whole lot of stuff. You know, not a whole lot of stuff, but the romper situation, the leather, the onyx situation, we definitely didn't agree on that. However, we won't. You know, he defended his friend. But I didn't tell no lies about the organization. I mean, I ain't tell no lies.
Hmm.
But again, you know, yeah, it caused some friction, if you will, no pun intended. But yeah, people can handle things diplomatically, or you can be a bull in a china shop. And I think a lot of people take the bull in the china shop approach. And I always look for the diplomatic way until you can't be diplomatic anymore. And I guess that's me. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
On the well, I said that they will be okay. Like you said, I think it was just a misunderstanding. And so I think they talked about. I saw a little of it, and I think from the little that I saw, I think they'll be all right. But like you say, they do want this. Certain people want them to fight, but I don't think it will go that far. I think it was just a miscommunication.
Yeah, I think I will see. I think people really want them to fight, like they wanted Tracy and Misunderstood to fight.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
again, it pissed them off because it didn't happen.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah,
And
it didn't
trust me,
happen.
if if that would have happened, they would have been talking about that right to this day.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this that bothered me with Ness. Now this is a Ness thing, and I did this video. Sometimes it's just best to stay home and
Uh-huh.
not meet everybody.
Uh-huh.
I don't think Ness meant anything by it, but you don't tell when somebody done gave you a little herb or medicinal cleaning medicine and tell folk that. And I think that people don't have no filter and can't hold no water. You
Uh-huh.
know,
Yeah,
yeah.
because they will twist stuff around and run with it. And it's best to just leave certain stuff,
Mm.
to yourself, keep certain
I,
stuff
I
to
think
yourself.
something. I think some things are left best unsaid.
Unsaid, right,
And I
right.
think April was concerned because people were insinuating that that woman might have had something other than that. And I even think the medicinal herb was a little too much. You just I don't think people you thought you threw the lady under the bus. That's what I felt. Um and again, she didn't have to do anything. She did that for you. And I'm
Hmm.
not saying right, wrong, indifferent,
Right.
but some people will mess things up. And I don't know. And I guess that's where the filter comes in. And I think that this heat is a little bit more reserved and
Right.
Ness is a little bit more free. And I
Right.
think that if you're reckless with April that way, then what else the hell are you reckless with? And I just think that that was a deep thing. But I will say, and that's me personally.
Yeah, because it was really a lack of affection, in the video. It was lacking that a lot, and I was expecting more of that, but it was a cute little video, but I would, like I said, I was just expecting more.
Yeah, I
But
let me say this: I enjoy watching Ness, mama and aunts dance than being at that hotel. Now
right,
Ness has a short of her mom and her aunties dancing, and I enjoyed that. That was family. That was like
right.
she has a family. They love each other. I enjoyed that. Um, my thing is people were getting bored, and April came and spiced some things up. But then my thing is, why give other content creators money and put money on their books by clicking on their platforms? I mean, this is your thing.
Right,
I just
right,
saw a lot
right,
of things, Rodney.
right. And Jay Dunn found some kind of way to share that bit. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew
Nah, but
exactly
she
it was
got
gonna happen.
mad at me because I'm like, girl, and again, I don't watch her that way. But what did she do, Rodney? Because I didn't get all of it. But what did she do? Because I
she
don't watch her.
she shared the video of Ness in this heat, in that hotel room on that on one of her platforms. She found a way of doing it.
Mm.
Hmm. Yep. I
Well,
knew I knew it was gonna happen. I knew she had something up her sleeve. I just didn't know what it was, but yeah, that's what she did.
this is the thing too. Now she alleges or she claims that she was on Ness's and this Heat's neck because of them calling her parole officers. And that's why she was on their necks. Okay. But
She ain't got no, you know what? Her wet, donut shaped built ass ain't got nobody to fault but her goddamn self. She should have left that woman alone. Stop harassing people. Leave people the fuck alone when they say. I don't mean to use that f word. Leave people alone when they say leave them alone. Leave people
and
alone.
that's what I'm saying because this Heat and Ness is doing their thing. And it was just really interesting to me. And then she comes up mentioning it like, but I'm like, the attention is not on her. It's really on Ness in this Heat. And I will say that Ness in this heat taping was not the most exciting, but April came into the pour and spiced it up. It was a couple of things that spiced it up. And of course, the reason why we're talking about it is because of situations around it. I think people are more interested in the body language and what is not being said and the expressions and affection and all of that stuff.
Right.
Now,
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, Tracy Honey was giving major action, honey. Baby, they was
Right.
giving you, Tracy was giving you a telenovela, honey. It was sensuality and it was violence, it was
Right.
mystery. Baby, it was a hot mess. I'm like, okay.
Right.
But
It
but
was
but see, but again, baby, it was almost geriatric. And I was like, oh my God, are we watching the paint dry? And it was just really interesting. But yeah.
right. 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 Yeah. But but like I don't, before it's Ness in this heat, when it comes to this heat, I was looking at her and I just thought she was going to. You would think that you
It's
know,
how they be cutting up on the line.
right,
Baby,
right.
you thought it was gonna be some
I thought
hand
it was going. I
holding
thought it was going to go down
and
over
some
there.
looking at the sun together. You
Right,
you baby, pictures and stuff, and you know, but I just
right.
didn't get that. It seemed like let's get on YouTube. I mean, it was different. It was different. The people said it was no chemistry. Let me say this. Now, you could tell.
Now Ness, go ahead, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Now Ness, she seemed, very happy. I was happy for her. She had a big smile on her face, cheerful. She was in very good spirit. Things like that. And I was really happy for her because she was in that type of mood. But like I say, it was lack of
I would say this though. This he could be a very introverted person,
hmm
and maybe she likes Ness so much, but can't really. I don't know. I don't know. But now, child, on site came in with that telenovela blonde. Um, what's her name? Mary J. Blige wig on. I said, you better come on, Auntie. And honey, it seemed like the girls was feeling Auntie. So,
Right. On site, that's my girl. I like on site
somebody
April.
said, I don't like how she told Ness to shut up. Now I can't condone that. Truth and reason, though. After what happened to Ask April, I can kind of see that now. See, we don't see, and we're only seeing what we see. We don't see the inner workings or the behind the scenes of
Right.
things.
Right.
But if you could say that so casually on camera about Ask April giving you a special treat, and we know what the treat is, then I think that this heat may have had to say you need to scale back or stop. So even with that, yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I was looking at Ness and this heat on the video, did they even kiss at all? Did they?
I ain't see it, but
I didn't see
anyway,
it either. No, I didn't. I don't even think they kissed, not even once.
but
And I was like, interesting.
hmm
Wow.
but like I said, you know, now all I will say is this: I can't tell people what to do on a cruise, but
Right.
I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm not getting the internet package. You may get a picture, and I might send it. People may do something at the captain's dinner and we may chill out. But baby, I'm not, if you really want to know what's going on with the cruise, you need to come on. And speaking of that, y'all better come on to Juicycation. Or if you're not going to Juicycation, at least go to Tree Mutation. Do something. Get on that ship, baby. Go with somebody because we're gonna have a good time. Ron said not one kiss. Tree said if you
Right,
have
yeah,
to wake
right,
up to
Ron P.
drugs, that's an issue. See, I think On-Site came for Ness and just wanted to make it fun. On-Site, well, it was, but I'm gonna say this. Now I'll tell you what, I was feeling some kind of way because I did not see the beginning of that. And On-Site had to tell me that this heat was joking with her because baby, I thought they was coming for Auntie. I was getting a little angry. Honey, I made a phone call real quick. I'm like, "Are you okay? Are you all right?" Because I was kind of like, "What's going on?"
Yeah,
The
but
people upstairs told On-Site to come upstairs to their room. Let me say this, y'all. I have met On-Site April, and I met her in Wolverine. And when I say that we had a good time, um, and Wolverine is a nice looking guy. He is a nice guy. And I'm not to say that this heat don't have what she say she have, because she may. But now the story running around is folk paid for somebody to come out there, and Demetra Lit all day was definitely lit, and her view on what was going on was interesting because I guess Lovely Love and this heat got into it, and it got deep. And I think when this
wait a
heat
minute, they what? They got into it?
yeah, and I think when this heat gets
Oh, I
into it
missed
with
that. I
people,
missed that.
she goes extremely left. And then all of a sudden, I got this and I got that, and I am this and I am that. And it becomes a real turnoff to people because it's not a roast and a gag. It's like, are you really serious? Because when you got that, you just tend to laugh at it because you really shouldn't have to prove it because you should already know it. But hey, everybody is different. Yep, I think that this heat is just more laid back, silent. She's probably okay. I think Ness wants that ghetto fabulous check, like much like pizza. But baby, they say, don't get me started with that.
Hmm.
Don't get me started with that.
Yeah. Oh, I missed the that part when they got into it. I missed that
Let me
part
let me
out.
say this. Somebody asked something. Was anything wrong with on-site legs or anything? Let me say this.
I don't know. I didn't see nothing
On
wrong with her
on-site
legs.
and I are cool. And I'm gonna say this. You don't know what people have gone through, and I won't share it, but On-Site has shared some things with me that I think that people just need to step back. And I'm gonna leave it at that. However, On-Site don't have no peg leg. On-Site don't need no hover round. Okay. And On-Site was a perfectly nice looking, smell good, vivacious woman. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Because I think we just really, I don't know, YouTube can be really cruel, but it is what it is. But you would have to ask On-Site that question. I think On-Site is a great person, and that's what I'm saying. Just ask On-Site. That's it. But you don't know the glory behind people's story, and I'll leave it at that.
Right.
Now
Right.
let me say something about pizza girl. Now the word on the curb is this ain't me. This ain't me. But the girl said that pizza would be all nice with this heat. And then when this came, it was like a whole different change and she got real nasty. Okay. And I'm like, and so, I know she said she's strictly dickly, but the girl was like, well, is this heat giving you masculinity? Is she giving you dickly? Because baby, the girl said you act like she got a peen over there. But that's what the girls say. But yeah, some of the girls say I got a vagina, so you know how that is.
Right. I
Mm.
I think pizza is kind of is attracted to this heat. I think she is. She might not ever admit it, but I think she is.
Mm.
I think she is.
Just me said, yes, she showed jealousy. Somebody said, oh, you can just hear it in her voice. Oh my gosh. Um, well, I ain't say that. I'm telling you, but baby, the girl said that folk would get upset when somebody come on. And this is the thing that I want y'all to get. Now, I don't know the true relationship of this Heat and Ness because again, I don't, I really don't watch them a great deal. This is of interest because it's just playing out, right? But everybody done called Ness everything. They done called her everything that they can throw the kitchen sink at. But everybody's saying that this Heat is attractive. Some people, not everybody, but a lot of people are saying that she's attractive, and I've heard that from a lot of people. Some people don't think she attractive, but a lot of people do. And it goes to show you that it's really interesting that people don't think um Ness is like worthy. And I don't know if it bothers them or what, but it's like the Cinderella story that the stepsisters went to the ball, but Cinderella wound up getting the glass slipper in the prince. And I'm just saying, in this situation, Ness might be the stepsister. Now, again, I know like a lot of people do not like Ness. I know a lot of people don't like Ness, but number one, Ness is not a dumb person.
Right.
And
I liked her from day one.
yeah, she's Ness is not a dumb person. I think Ness has some qualities, and then we. Ooh, I don't want to say colorism because Demas O might pop up, Lord Jesus.
Okay, and we don't need that, please.
But I've heard people call Ness a lot of stuff,
Right.
and so this Heat has given an eye wink, at least on YouTube standards, to Ness, and it may cause some people to be a little unnerved. And I just think it's interesting. I'm looking at it from all vantage points. And I just think that's interesting too. Not a passionate moment. And y'all, I understand that too. It's deep. It's deep.
Hmm.
It's been deep.
Yep.
Somebody said,
Yeah.
I don't care if Ness and this Heat are together. It just didn't seem any chemistry from my observation. That's what a lot of people saying, honey. They said the
Yeah,
chemistry
that's
was off.
yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. It's like every other person is saying
Listen,
that,
can I
but
say something? Can I say something? Can I say something, Rodney?
uh
And my
huh,
mama Joyce, can I say something?
uh huh,
Now look, if I really like a person, and so let's say when I was single and I was getting ready to date somebody or
right,
like somebody,
right,
I want to go out to eat. I don't care if it's raining or not. I want to go to a movie. I want to go to a park and do something. I
right,
want to spend some quality time.
right, right, right,
And then if we feeling each other and if there's some physical attraction there,
uh huh, right,
okay, I wanna touch a little lip.
right,
All right,
right.
I'm going, I'm gonna be a little flirty. I'm just saying
Cause
me. Just me, Rodney.
right, right, exactly. Cause it couldn't have
Okay?
right. Cause it couldn't have been me up there. Cause if I'm feeling you like that, oh, it's gonna be a lot of a lot of slobbing and hugging and kissing and all that crap going on.
I mean, baby, now you may not see it, but the room gonna say something. The room gonna say something. The room gonna talk.
Right, right.
I'm just saying, baby. Okay, the table might be cleared off or something. I don't know. The room gonna talk, and so I don't know. I wanna wine you. I wanna dine you. I want to have a good time. And that's me. But everybody's different.
Right. Maybe they didn't want to give us too much. I don't know. I
Mhm.
don't know. I mean,
This Heat stayed for one night and then made an excuse to go home. She didn't get The hotel cost is too high. He wasn't spending no money. That's why they didn't do that. That's why they did that play for $20.
Mm,
I don't know, but I don't know, Rodney. Now, look, I don't know how the lesbiterians do things, but let me stop playing because the lesbiterians be doing the same thing. When you
right,
really attracted to somebody, you really attracted to somebody. And if you have that chemistry is there. You can't stop looking at that person. You want to hold their hands. You want to be in their presence. You want to
right,
cuddle. You want to snuggle. Oh, baby, you wants to be intimate. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I mean,
right,
I'm just saying,
right.
but now let me say something. Now, I went on one blind date and I'm like, mm-mm. It's like, I ain't want you
Ooh,
to
I don't
talk
like
to
those
me.
blind dates.
I ain't want you to talk to me. It's
Right.
okay. Then they be trying to kiss you, be like, I don't do that on the first date. No,
Ah,
no,
oof,
no, no. Mm-mm. No,
I,
no, 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 no.
right. I went on a blind date and it was a nightmare. I was like, oh no, no, no more blind dates for me.
Child, let me tell you something. Look, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. There has to be some some attraction. And I think that's a big thing. Um, I don't know.
I'm
Let
not
me
a
say this. Let
saint.
me say this. Let me say this, Rodney,
Okay,
too. Let me
all right.
say this, which
Uh-huh.
is really interesting too.
Hmm.
So a lot of people have come for Rodney, but I think a lot of people are fans too. And I think because Rodney had that OnlyFans type picture up there, baby, it has elevated his status. And I'm finding out that a lot of people are fans, and I think it's really, really interesting because people act like they hate you, but deep down inside, they really want you or they really like you. They just can't bring themselves to, saying it.
Right, right.
I just think that's really interesting. So somebody said Jay Wilson on site alluded that this heat had some kind of credit card on her video. She said this heat wasn't broke. Okay. Well, somebody said if you got a credit card, you better put it in the safe, girl. Maybe these people ain't right.
Yeah, but when you I feel like what when all hell broke loose for me is when you modded me up, and it was the way the presentation was done when you did it. It wasn't so much that you modded me up, but I think it was the presentation that set it over the top, because they was really trying to get you to unmod me for doing different stunts. They were just doing all kind of crap. They was doing all kind of trolling and all that. So it was a really crazy time for me here in the beef sector.
And we had a conversation. Now, y'all, I don't talk to Urs. Rodney will tell you, I've talked to Rodney maybe two times. And the two times that I did talk to Rodney, it was because of the escalation of people and certain things. And again, I'm not going off of what people say. I'm like, I need to talk to Rodney. I need to find out what's going on with Rodney and make my decision of what I need to do. Because most people will unmatch and keep going but I talked to Rodney and we had a conversation. And I told Rodney, and I mean Rodney, if I'm lying, you can say you lying, Jay Wilson. But I said, Rodney, I said, look, when it gets too popular, I said, now look, I'm not mad at you being popular, but when it gets in the way of me doing my show, because folk coming after you, you need to get your own platform. Did I not say that, Rodney?
Yeah, you said that. You really did.
I
Yep.
mean, and y'all, look. Was I nasty? I was just really. I'm like Rodney. This is what people are doing. You in and out everywhere. And I'm like, sometimes Rodney, you just gotta really move on because these people want your attention. So we
Right.
had that conversation, and Rodney has been modded up because we had that conversation. And that's it. Yeah, but people did a lot of stuff. I just remember somebody said, "Yeah, right now I agree with Tracy. That booty went viral, baby child."
Yeah,
Mm.
it was a lot going on. I was being heavily yeah, it was a lot going on. It was a lot of being heavily trolled, and then those clone pages, of me, being created. It was a lot going on.
But I
Then they
think a
would
lot of
try.
people was jealous because see, again, if you had an old broke down body, baby. See, people just strange, baby. They just strange, but it is what it is. Um, Somebody said I was annoyed at this. He kept saying that she was going back to LA in the morning. It was like she couldn't wait to leave. Well, all I'm gonna say is we gonna find out. It'll come out in the wash. We'll find out when people leave. If they're not really feeling each other, they gonna move on. Um, I'm just glad. Well, first of all, I will say this. Some content creators know what's going on and they can handle it. But like again, I bring up Castro Cannon because I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna go south real quickly. And Castro and his partner made the decision that you know what, it ain't worth our relationship. And I think you got to do that. Yeah. So somebody said she couldn't. Hell, Rodney, I want to slap it, flip it, and rub it down myself.
I was looking at that. I was just about to address that comment. That's
Mm. But I think people thought it was gonna do something, and it is what it is. Rodney was like, "I'm in my stuff." Yeah, it was what it was. So I mean, yeah, I just think it's really interesting. Um, but y'all, we'll see what happens, and if this thing is meant to be, and Ness and this Heat is supposed to be together, they're gonna be together. If they're not supposed to be together, then it's not gonna work. I
exactly,
I just
exactly.
hope though that they are diplomatic and keep it on a friendly basis because I think if Mad Day ever happens, it's
Oh
gonna be a
goodness,
lot said.
it's
It's
gonna be
gonna
a
be a
lot.
lot
See,
said.
exactly,
And this Heat
exactly.
can be very vindictive. As much as she can be loving and protective, it seems like she has a switch where she can be very ruthless and vindictive.
Right, 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 right. Exactly. Well, I just hope it don't. I just hope they.
Oh Lord, somebody said, and yes, when Pizza said you can come see me, this Heat was like, who me? Pizza said, I'm talking to who is MKS teasing
What,
her.
what miskept secret is that
Oh
it?
Lord, I don't know, but baby, it's yeah, this is a done deal. Mark my words. Yes, when she drinks, I'll tell you, alcohol seems to play a big role, baby. It plays a big role. But I'm gonna say this: this Heat and that stuff, it was very, very giving me very geriatric teas, very Shady Pines, Golden Girls teas. Okay, um, it didn't get cranked up until April came, and Ness had a little few drinks in her. It's something else when you got to have drinks to get it started. But I think that's where it got started. Because it would have been like so again, people are talking about it because of what really happens close to the end. And I just thought it was very interesting. Now, unlike DC Gate, honey, DC Gate was a hot mess from the jump, boo. So you seen DC Gate, right, Rodney?
No, I never saw it. No.
Ooh, you missed it. Ooh, you missed it. Ooh, you missed it. Ooh, that DC Gate was some honey. People was painting Picasso's and Matisse's on people. Oh my God, people was getting painted. Boat was stuck in straws, honey.
Mm,
Ooh, it was a hot mess. People was cooking. Child, somebody cooked a whole meal on an old nasty piece of 2 eye hot plate, girl, and the man didn't show up to eat the food, and he took that chicken and rice in a bag, honey, left him for another man. It was. Ooh,
wow.
baby, it was. First of all, the man was just using the man to have a place to stay
Wow.
and use that man for that Airbnb, not the Airbnb, but the Airbnb. And then the other man wound up going with the other person.
Wow.
And this is the thing, y'all. Oh, I'm gonna be messy. I'm really gonna be messy, but I'm gonna be messy, child. I'm gonna be messy today. Now, everybody talking about that content creator was fat and they was out of shape, but honey, somebody was feeling that because skinny and versatile back and front was not what that man wanted. Okay, that man wanted something else, and it made somebody upset. And see, this is where the insecurity comes in, because when you think that your your candy cane is what makes you, and your peaches makes you, but then the person turns it down and go to something that you don't think they should have. When that's all you got, then you feel some kind of way, baby. You feel some kind of way. And that person felt that kind of way. That person was crying and drinking and drinking and crying. It was drink thrown on people. Ooh, it was just like, oh my God, baby, that DC gate was, it was so many moving parts to that DC gate. They tried to bring me in that DC gate talking about some, baby. I had to tell somebody, please don't go and hang with them people because it ain't gonna end well. But folk don't be listening, Rodney. They went right on over there anyhow and did what they said they wasn't gonna do. Child, ain't no
Wow.
friends on YouTube.
Right, exactly. Now, yeah, I wouldn't. So, what period of time did all that happen? I don't even think I
Baby,
was in
that
the DC.
happened right before San Antonio. That happened before Labor Day.
Okay, I don't. Okay, well, now I missed all
Somebody
that.
said I ranked DC Gate second to Tracy Cakes and Hurricane. Honey, Tracy gave us a lot, honey. She brought cops, LA, cops, California, honey. Ooh, baby, police, guns, hotel rooms. Baby, the Tracy thing was really up there. And then I was getting all pissed off. I'm like, boo, why you doing that? I was getting real pissed off, y'all. I was. I mean, because I have I have very much misgivings with a lot of these men. Noble, I want you to hear me good, Noble. Now, I really have a lot of misgivings. So if you have any wrong intentions towards Tracy, you better go on, move on, because we have really bad vibes. Not from everybody, but from a lot of people in these different sectors. Because I'm gonna leave it at that. But I ain't coming at you. I'm just saying, make sure your intentions right, because baby, it was something else. So Vegas gate was deep. Let me tell you, all the gates was deep. All the gates was deep.
I can imagine, Ron P.
Yeah, yeah. Ness was very touchy feely with April, and was that all about, baby? I don't know, but April said, boo boo. Let me say this, y'all, though. Let me tell you about them gates, baby. Them gates, Vegas gate, the first one, it was messy, honey. Mad they came and folk was spilling that tea. They
What?
were spilling that tea. Then,
Which Rico? Which Rico was upset?
oh, it's the 40 Rico, the Rico in New York.
Oh, Rico the bartender.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't
So
saw him in a while.
yeah, well, let me say this. Yeah, that's what it was, Lexi Love. Jealousy. But Vegas Gate was really interesting. Baby, they talked about that thing. And again, it's just so like, wow. Then because let me tell you something. San Antonio was very tame. San Antonio didn't get legs until people got home and tried to make stuff up. And it wasn't going. But San Antonio Gate was hate because they was trying to call the the person who was the big YouTuber, and then they doxed him at the end, and it caused a lot of problems.
Right, Tracy.
But
I don't blame him.
San Antonio didn't want all of that crazy stuff and all of that, So we didn't do all of that. Now I was friends with Tracy. Then we were fighting, child. We was fighting. We sure was fighting. So that was a whole nother ball game. But you didn't have all of the components with San Antonio Gate that you had with these other gates, because these other gates, baby, was drama, honey. Drinks been thrown on people, orgies, okay, forced baptisms in lakes and stuff, uh, uh, sex toys, used sex toys. Somebody spending all their hard-earned money and the credit cards declining. Baby, baby, some of these gates was like, oh, okay, what? So, oh my goodness. Let me see what they y'all done said here, because baby, it's so much. It was big. Service got exposed. I said, oh, the boys are out to
Wait a minute,
play.
who got exposed?
Some boys just nest with touchy feely. Hold on. It was. I wish VS would put the DC baby. That DC thing was there. I can't. Okay, I read that. Tracy was give Jay and the run. Hold on. Rico was upset. Yeah, okay. Man, Tracy brought them 2K plus in her live. Okay. Child, it was scary. Um, Let me see what they said. Welcome. Hey, Dr. Lashana Ruth Brown. Noble doesn't want me to go live, so people won't try to dox our location. That's good, Tracy.
I don't
And
blame
I, and
that
I
man.
respect I respect him for that. I respect him for that. That's all. Don't bring him up. You know he'll come child like Candyman, girl. Okay, you can't say it 3 times, baby. You may not make it through the night. Flies start coming.
They
So,
did Diva Tomboyish like that. They on one of her videos, them bastards looked at a light fixture in the background, and that's the light fixture. I'm like
Lord Jesus.
I'm like, now these people is something else.
They something else. Somebody said they trade to say orgies going on. Child, they tried to say. I'm like, they trade to say. Girl, like what? But it wasn't anything going on. And it's really funny because they tried to say it was going on in my house. Baby, I had armed security in my house. And again, if people did something at their hotel, they grown. But it wasn't even that, babe. People wanted to make stuff out of that. And I wasn't going with it. I wasn't going with it. You ain't gonna sit there and not tarnish, but tarnish my and besmirchify my good name. We had a good time. We didn't do all of that stuff. I got you
Mm.
socially awkward. Baby, it's
Uh,
gonna be on with that cruise. Honey, it was a forced late baptism. Folk all up in that water. I'm like, what is this? It was so awkward. Some things was very awkward. And then like VS and Wiley, it was like they was trying to act like they was dating. Girl, I was like, baby, this baby, them storylines was being written quickly, quickly.
so, Pastor, do you think that juicycation is gonna be, what is your, because I think in my opinion, and what I pick up, I think it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna have some shit up their sleeves. That's what I think.
You know,
So what do
I
you
don't.
what do you
Let
think
me
on
say this.
that?
I really don't care at this particular point. All I'm gonna say is, we're gonna have a great time. If you want to spend that much money to get arrested or act the fool, hey, that's up to you. We're on a ship, and so I don't know what people have up their sleeves. Um, all I know is we're gonna have a good time. Yeah. And people might come not with the group. I don't know. All I can do is say, you know what, I'm gonna have a great time. We have some good things planned, and we'll see what happens. That's all you can do. But I'm not gonna stop doing stuff because of crazy, foolish people. I'm not.
Right, right.
And so, it is what it is. We gonna have a great time, and that's it. Tracy already done had her bikini on, so Tracy's already getting ready for it. So I mean, we're gonna have a good time. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna have a good time. Um, yeah, we're gonna have a good time. And I think now this is the big thing though, you all. I think that people should if you really want to know what's going on, you should come to Juicycation. That's all. I mean, that you should come to Juicycation. The people who came to Labor Day event, they were not disappointed, and we had a good time. One thing I will say is that
Oh, okay, that's good.
you didn't hear any negativity about Labor Day, because again, we under promised and over deliver, and all I'm guaranteeing on Juicycation is food, fun, and fellowship. That's it.
Right,
Food,
exactly.
fun, and fellowship. And again, that's what we're planning to do. I'm not promising no helicopter rides. I'm not promising swimming with the dolphins. I ain't promising that. I ain't promising that. But we're going to have a great time. And I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised with the stuff that we do have for them. I'm telling you, y'all, they can say whatever they want about Vivian, honey. They can say whatever they want about Vivian. Vivian has her stuff together. And again, Vivian has been great. You know, Vivian is a great person. She's really, really, really good. And I like her because she's trustworthy, she's honest. And I don't like to see Vivian, I didn't want Vivian to be treated badly or being held with the bag, literally. Because if Vivian would have been helping and this thing didn't go on, she would have been blamed. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff. And then when we found out what was really going on, I'm really glad that I said, Vivian, you know, it's up to you. But girl, if people can't give you no budget and they claiming that you're trying to find out how much money they make to give me, baby, I didn't care about what she was making. If you got a budget, got a budget. Vivian, I have $1,000. What can we do? What can you know what I'm saying? Because when you above board, it ain't no big whoop. You know what I'm saying, Rodney?
Uh-huh. I hear
Yeah.
you. I'm listening.
Yeah, but yeah, Jay Dobie
Yeah.
is planning a 7-day cruise for 2024. Well, let her go right ahead and do it. I hope it's bigger than 2023. I ain't
Okay,
trying to be
well,
funny. I ain't trying to be funny. But the girl, the girl said when Dobie got on that ship and nobody went meeting Dobie, ooh, the girls went off. The girls went off. They said, it's really Dobie. Is you trying to talk to people who ain't even there? Honey, the girls say that Dobie was sitting next to the table with people who weren't even part of it. Baby, I'm like, I can't do it. But see, I gave Dobie the benefit of the doubt. I said, if Dobie went by herself, it's still Dovication because at least she did have something.
I think Dove is going through one of her little spells, her little periods going in on Tracy. I think it's just she running her little cycle for right now.
Somebody said, I know Tracy with the T. What made it so funny? Y'all don't forget Juicycation. Child, I'm not fine. Look, I ain't frying fish from Jamaica. Baby, they was promising the world. She sound like Donald Trump black cousin. Honey, she was promising people the world. They was gonna go on a helicopter ride. They was gonna get picked up from the airport. I mean, Dovey was just promising, 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 promising. And child, at the end of the day, and then she tried to say we sabotaged her stuff. Girl, when you was arguing about that toilet tissue, I was like, no, ma'am. I said, I know you ain't. I'm like, I know you kidding, right? And when she wasn't kidding, I'm like, because it was again, we knew what happened with the transmission thing, and so we was really trying to build credibility, you know. And I'm like, well, if I recommend Vivian and help her and everything, maybe people will, you know, come and get on and do it because, you know, me and Viv have done some events and they really went off well. So we were trying to help Doe, but child, when she started talking about that toilet tissue, I'm like, I can't do this. I said, I can't believe this. And I'm like, girl, nobody ain't sabotage your stuff. You sabotage your own stuff. Anyway,
Mm.
somebody said, I'm glad Vivian backed off from Dope Vacation. Plan the next trip to the Bahamas. You can swim with a dolphin for a like 100 beautiful experience. Okay, if people want to do that.
Was she trying to?
Child, 7 day is too long, baby. Child, 7 day too long.
Was she trying to plan another dough vacation at one point in time when the other one didn't fall through?
It ain't never happened.
Mm.
It ain't never happened. Child, they were supposed to have an Airbnb and yeah, please don't forget to bring your toilet paper. Honey, I know they have more than enough toilet paper on that ship.
Man,
Lord have mercy. But y'all, like I said, it's really my babe Kim is not going. Okay, y'all, we really had a good time, and I expect just a good time because the people were just great. And when I tell you that the people who showed up, my biggest thing, Rodney, is we supported black businesses. That was the whole thing. We're going to support black businesses. And some of our businesses
right.
don't have fancy china and stuff, but we supported black businesses. Um, We went to Smash and Crab, black business. We went to Basie's, black business. The security company was a black security company. The VFW went to had a black governor. The karaoke lady was black. Um, we went to Harmon's Barbecue for lunch. That was a black owned business. I mean, we did
Well, that's good.
everything black owned business. I felt good about it, and to find that many in San Antonio, it was great. So when people was talking about this, nobody complained about the food. Everybody got, and the thing is, nobody had to pay for anything. They just came on in. Now I didn't promise I was paying for people hotels. We told people where they could stay. I ain't promised to pay for nobody. And our registration was just $30. And let me tell you
Uh-huh.
something. People got more than $30. Okay, Smash and Crab was probably about $45 alone. So again, that's why I say we had a great time. So yeah, it was good.
Well, that's good then. That's
Yeah.
good.
But so Rodney, we'll see what happens. I think time is gonna tell. I
Yeah.
like I said, I don't have anything against Ness or this heat,
Oh, me
but
either.
people kind of witnessed what was going on, and usually when people go to their respective homes and places, they have time to regroup and think. And I just wonder, is it going to be the same? Now, one thing I can say is you can fake it on YouTube. You can do it on YouTube, but again, even that is for so long. So we'll see what happens.
Right, right, exactly. Right. Well, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and step down
Well,
into
Rodney,
the.
I'm glad you came on. That y'all heard from Usher Rodney. And
Thank you
y'all
for
see
having me.
Tracy, y'all see our other usher, Ron P. Ron P, we support you, Ron P. We support you, Ron P. Ron, I felt some kind of way, but anyway, Ron, I know you're a smart man, so just be careful, Ron. We really care for you over here, Ron. We really do. So we do. But
Right,
whenever you gotta do something different, Ron, just let me know. But I enjoy you over here. I enjoy your synopsis and your replays of what happened. I think you do an awesome job of that. So I just wanted to say that. But Ron, you will never have to choose nothing over here, okay? No choosing over here because freely you come, freely you leave, and nobody don't run you. And like I said, because I could be nasty and say, "Let me take your mom's stick," because but you grown, you
right,
grown. And I
right,
wants to
right.
say that. Rodney, have I ever told you not to go somewhere?
No, not at all. Not at
Okay,
all.
okay.
Not
That's
at
all
all.
I'm saying. Because that's the whole thing. Oh, what about Mr. Carruthers? Ooh, girl, don't. Ooh, I forgot about that. Lord have mercy.
Did we? I thought we already talked. Oh
We
well,
did a little bit, but baby, let me say this. Honey,
that man there.
Miguel knows where the bodies are, honey. Miguel is a true friend. Honey, I don't know what's going on with Miguel, but Miguel is the type of person, she is a ride or die. She ain't no ride or live, honey. She'll ride or die with you. Honey, Miguel gonna ride that car till the wheels fall off. Just read my book. Is not trying to hear all that foolishness. Watermelon sugar ain't trying to hear it. Boss lady ain't trying to hear it. Dove ain't trying to hear it. So Natasha, I don't know what's going on. Kimmy did a good live on that, and Kimmy talked about it. They just said Mr. Williams is a play on. Um,
A old whore.
well, and then Dovey, honey, Dovey be misspeaking. I tell you, Dovey be saying stuff and be forgetting it, and it's like Dovey, we just heard you say that. No, I ain't say that. And then she started talking like Pebbles on the Flintstones. I didn't say that they this. Because if you wanna, she started talking like Pebbles on on the Flintstones. Baby, I start rolling. So Dovey is just too merged. She just too merged.
Right, right. I
Somebody
like
said,
Mister.
"What is Just Read My Book channel?" I don't know. Them women act like they are in love with Mr. Williams, baby.
Ugh.
Honey, Miguel gonna be the last one standing, honey. Miguel said, "I'm gonna ride this till the wheels fall off." And honey, the girl sat there and she sat stone faced, didn't tell y'all one thing. All the other women was talking. Miss LaGale said, honey, I really know. I really know. And ain't say nothing. So I think it was really interesting. But yeah, so well, we mentioned it. We talked about Carruthers. Baby, that started the week off. That started the week off and stuff. And then Carruthers said, now, Mr. Carruthers said he did not show no private pictures.
I don't believe that
Why you don't believe that, Rodney?
because the way they asked him, he never did deny it, and he never did answer the question. They were saying. So I said, with that being said, I said I believe he did it.
But you gotta have the proof.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
You
That's
gotta
true.
have the proof. You gotta have the proof because people been accused of many things. You gotta have the proof. And I'm
But you
just
know
like,
what? If they did have the proof, they probably would have presented it already.
baby, it would have been all up. It would have been
Right,
all up, baby.
right.
Let me tell you something. Cause when stuff happen, baby, them pictures be going real quick, right? Because I'm telling you, when you was in your compromise and Vanessa Williams position, like you was at Miss America contest, okay, baby. Folk was sending them pictures, and somebody's like, "This is your moderator." I'm like, "Oh God." I'm like,
Right.
"Okay."
I think they thought that was going to get you to
Well,
snatch
my
my
thing
stick
is,
away from me.
baby,
So I don't
look,
know.
look. If you got the butter, you might as well spread it. I'm just saying. I'm like, because if your body was a lumpy dumpy, I would have been like, "Ooh, Jesus," and I still would have kept you. But look now. Ooh, let me stop because I feel a shady moment, baby. I feel a shady moment. But at least you was naked on purpose. At least you know. Child, don't get me started.
Right.
I was about to go there, baby. Because some things don't need to be naked and some things need to be fully covered.
Right.
And I'm gonna leave it right there.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
baby,
but
it had them shook. It had them shook.
yeah, I was when they posted the pictures, I was looking at the it was so many. It was a lot of likes, and it was a lot of comments as well, and I was reading some of the comments.
Well, did you get any date prospects after that?
Uh, no, not well. Actually, um, it was a few people here in the beef sector hit me up in my inbox. I'm not gonna say who, but yeah,
Mhm. Some baby, some people I already know.
it
I,
was
I,
it
I
was one woman and one man.
Ooh. Well, and let me tell you something. It's a man who always hitting people up when they see something naked, but I don't think it's him because he don't like booty. Okay, he don't like booty. So you got to show a penis for him because he don't like booty.
Right.
So that's interesting. Well, right now I just thought that was very, honey, Tracy. So I just think that's very, very interesting, Rodney. This is why I'm glad I don't have no DMs and stuff because them DMs is honey DMs be people be hitting up people husbands in DMs allegedly. So them DMs, baby, I stay away from that Instagram and that Twitter stuff.
Right.
Because people be doing a lot. A woman and a man. Tell us more, Rodney. Was the woman a lesbian? Or was she heterosexual?
No, she was heterosexual. She would just come in on that she liked the pictures and all that. So
Let
that
me
was
say
that
this:
was
a
about
lot
it.
of y'all don't think these heterosexual women would be. There are some women who will hit on a man, and they know fully well. I'm just saying, why you think these people married in the church? A lot of these women already knew. So I'm just saying, but Brian, I'm surprised that people weren't trying to holler and stuff because people be trying to do that. And y'all, look, I know I'm an older guy. I know I'm one of the elders in here. I get it, but don't think because there is snow on the roof that the fire ain't burning in the fireplace. People will hit you up, and people I don't know, but people will hit you up, and yeah, yeah.
I
I just go
you
ahead.
know, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I think what they really mad about, most of these people, well, some of them, a lot of them. I mean, a lot of them is for me, and some of them not. But I think my haters the reason why they hate so much is because, you know, after they did a lot of these stunts, it didn't do nothing but backfire on them, like the pictures and stuff like that. You know, the screenshots of trying to set me up. You know, it was a lot of things that they was trying to do, and it didn't do nothing but backfire on them each time, each and every time.
Hmm. I'm gonna tell you, Rodney, you'd be surprised. You think that I'm the most hated person in YouTube, but I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Rodney. Let me tell you something. So I know I talk like this, but when I get into my regular voice and talk like I usually talk, then it's a big difference. And I'm
Thank you,
telling you,
Trey.
it's a big difference. So these people act like, because it's easy to get up here and talk like that and da 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 and do this and da. But when you talk like you regularly talk, it gets on and popping. And that's all I'm gonna say. And I'm just glad that I don't have DMs. I'm glad that I don't get, because these people are dangerous in these YouTube streets. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
And you know, and this and Jay Wilson, it's a lot of things that I don't say and I keep to myself, but I'm gonna go ahead and say a little bit. You know, like when they was trolling me very heavily and they was screenshotting and all that, it was a lot of these, subscribers and certain country creators had a lot to say, like your former mod, this beach, she was one of them, and she was all up in, in the comments, saying this and that and the other. She had, a lot to say to my treacherous modding and all that. And this other subscriber called, it's not, it's called Miss Kimmy, but it's a M and a Z, and Kimmy is her name. I haven't saw that subscriber in a while, but she even had a lot to say. She call herself trying to, I guess she thought I was just dumb, like as if, when I was being heavily trolled, she was gonna try to make me well, which content creator you like the most? And I was like, look, I said the content creators I like, I said I don't choose. I said I remain neutral, you know, the ones that I like. I said I don't choose. I don't decide on anything like that. And if I would have said that, well, I like this one better, then of course, what would happen. She probably would. She most likely she was gonna screenshot it like I was being messy or whatever. But you, the bitch that was being messy about asking me a question like that,
It's a lot of things. Let me say
that's
this.
crazy.
This person can't stand me and they don't like me, but baby, when I was in Vegas, baby, they was running me down. I'm like, why you running me down? Why you running me down? And I just think that's interesting as well too. And then got the nerve talk by somebody, but I'm like, you flying people out? Don't get me started. See, I'm not with that.
What?
I'm not with that foolishness. And like I said, I think it's so funny that people hate you, they dislike you. But I just stay quiet about it. Y'all, all y'all gotta do is watch. All you gotta do is watch. All you gotta do is watch. It's one thing to do your show, but number one, and again, Rodney, people talk about you scared, and it's really funny because people be trying to pump you up to do things, and
Right,
in your gut it's not the right thing to do.
right, right,
And it's not because you're scared. It's not because of anything. You know that person can be volatile, unpredictable, and then when that stuff went down at that house, looking like cops, okay, with that boy sleeping in that bed, then I'm like, y'all see why I don't meet with people like that? You see why I don't meet with people like that? Because this is what you can get. And could you imagine him saying something off or off color and then somebody hauling off and popping him in the jaw or something and then going to jail? No, no. Some people you just don't want to meet. You just don't
right,
want to meet because they're not stable. They are really,
right,
really not stable.
right, right. Leaking secrets. What kind of secrets? They say that were leaking secrets
They
at.
tried to say you were leaking secrets at Rodney. What secrets was Rodney leaking? I'm just wanting to know. But let me say this, y'all. That joker was in the hotel lobby, and I was laughing because, honey, I was already at the airport getting ready to fly out. I mean, me and my significant other was getting ready to fly out. I'm like, I'm like, meet you for what? What? We only had no friendship like that. We know we don't have a YouTube ship like that. I mean, just like I'm just not pressed now. When we first started in YouTube, it was interesting. But now I back up. Now let me say this: Heidi and I didn't get off to a good start. We met each other. We really had a great time, but it was something said, but yet we got over that. We got over that. I don't regret meeting Duchess Kelly Love because it was really nice and we had a really good time. Again, some stuff that was said, I'm like, okay then. But again, you ain't had nothing big to say about me, like, oh, he picked his boogers and stuff, and nah, we ain't had none of that foolery. You know, and there's something that I didn't mention that he mentioned, but I didn't say anything about it. So I just kept it at that. Um, El Teddy, of course, I would go see El Teddy anytime because El Teddy's cool people. And again, I know El Teddy from Miami. We went to the same church, not a problem. Who else did I meet? Really, BTV. Definitely will. There are a few people that I would meet again. Heidi is just good people. Me and Heidi have an understanding now, and I'm just crazy about Heidi. We had a little something, but yeah, some creators I don't want to meet. T.S. Madison, anytime. I met her when she was in Houston, anytime, and was blessed that she graced our platform. So, but there's some people I just don't want to meet. There's some people in Atlanta now I don't ever want to see again. It was good while it lasted, and I know now. But there are some people I just don't want to meet. Now, Key with the T, I know people say she messy and stuff, but we had a good time. We had a Key with T, we had a good time. Sugar PYT, we had a good time. Leo the Lioness, y'all, I don't care what nobody say. Leo the Lioness really tries to be fair. And I will give Leo the Lioness that. Yeah. J Dunn never. And
Oh
again,
hell no,
no.
never,
But the
hell
sad
no.
part about it, Rodney, is she wasn't always like that. And I don't know if this YouTube pushed her or what,
Really?
but when I first met her, she was cool. We sat down and had a conversation. We had a long conversation before her and Wiley started talking. But we exchanged numbers. I'm like, hey, Jay Dunn, yeah. And but then that little last stunt, I'm like, nope, absolutely not. But yeah, it's really interesting with that. So, but I don't want because the mere fact is what people do like that. No, absolutely not. Um, will I meet Tracy? Child, yeah. I mean, we live in the same city, and Tracy ain't never did nothing crazy to me. And so, yeah, I mean, Tracy is Tracy. Uh, but there are a few people, like I said, I would never want to really meet again because I think as time has gone on, you really see where they are, and you just don't really want to be around that, and you learn that, And there are a few content creators that are really cool. Some just really
Uh,
shocked and surprised me, but again,
who?
it's YouTube. Go ahead,
Who surprised you?
huh?
Who you say surprised you?
Some people surprised you.
Okay.
I didn't say a name, but some people surprised you.
Right, right.
It'll surprise you. And the thing is, what you tell people, if I give people suggestions, and that's all they are, suggestions, I'm really trying to give you the best information. I'm not trying to pull a fast one on you because you learn from your experience and you try to help other people not go down that road. But there are many content creators. I'm like, you just be careful. Be careful.
Right. I wouldn't
And
meet. I wouldn't meet Lady Snoop. I wouldn't meet Clyde Diva. I wouldn't meet Sean Bray. I wouldn't meet none of them. Who is the other one? Um, Now the ones that I do like, I like DKL. I like him. I like Treasure Lane. You, Tracy, Misunderstood. Who's the other one that I will I remember when I first met Duchess Kelly Love. It was short, it was during the time period when I was being trolled heavily, and he was streaming what happened on Lady Nika's platform. And so that's how I met him, because I think one of the subscribers was got my attention and saying that he was over there streaming what had happened. And so I went over there, and he was pretty cool. He was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. April is cool.
Oh
April is
yeah,
cool.
yeah, on site. I
And
like
like I
her.
said, Wolverine was a YouTube content creator, and he
I don't know
faded
him.
away, but Wolverine was cool. I had no problem. I think a lot of people didn't like Wolverine because Wolverine knew who he was, and again, he didn't have a problem with telling people, "Hey, this is who I am," and da da da. I've met the Smart Show, and the Smart Show is a very nice person. I've met the Smart Show personally. Very smart, of course, rebel. So I
Yeah, I
met
like
quite a few
Rebel. I
people.
like, but that damn, I don't. But when it comes to Stomp Down, I don't. I don't.
Well,
I
I've never met him, so I
I.
really couldn't tell people. I never met him. However, what
uh,
I will say, Rodney, though, is I always see potential in people at the beginning, but
uh-huh.
I cannot predict what people are going to do in the end. I
Right.
mean, baby, Tracy already told me, look, I see red. When people come after me, I'm going to do it. QB, he's over there with that lady. And I'm like, hey, if that's what you want to do. So you never know how things are going to turn out. But again, I get people to 1,000. That's my whole thing. I get you to 1,000. What you do with that, that's your business.
Right.
But all of this nurture and all that stuff, no, I get you to your 1,000. I try to give some tips of how to have some longevity with your channel. And what you do is what you do. That's it. That's it. So, y'all, Rodney is pretty straightforward. I mean, either he like you, he don't. But baby, it's some of the boys who just don't like me, and I don't like them, and it's okay. But I don't really. Well, let me say this: I really don't hate anybody. It's just some people that I don't want to meet in person.
Right.
And like I said, if I don't want to meet you on YouTube, like hell, I want to meet you in real life. If you pissing in a can on YouTube, no, it's just some people just know. And let me say this with that particular person, people are so afraid to help that person because it seems like everybody who's helped that person has been accused of trying to get with the person, eat the person's groceries. And it's like, even if you really help that person, you pray to God that nothing disparaging comes out about you. And that person could be in the right, but that person has been through so many things where it's always the other person did something to them. And you just kind of get leery of that. Well, people can
Right.
say what a lot of people have met on site, and not one person say anything bad. And it's been years. Yeah, on site likes people, and she loves hard, and and yeah, she's a sweetheart. And let me say this about on site. Let me say this about on site. So when I first came on, baby, I used to come for on site. Oh my God, I said she sounded like Weezy Jefferson. And then I knew that on site, I knew some things, not personally, but I know that if you went to prison, there's only one women's prison in Florida. So I used to, I had no reason not to like on site except she was part of Club Chat at the time. And then she was with I shouldn't say she was with VS. Like, well, she was with VS. So it was a lot of stuff that I did not like about on site. And so, baby, I would come for on site, but I never met on site. One thing I can say, I never met on site. We we had occasional beefs, but not major harsh beefs. And then when I met on site, yeah, me and on site clicked. I met Nicole Tyler. Nicole is a sweetheart. Nicole did stuff for clicks and views and to go viral. But I like Nicole. After the situation in Atlanta, Nicole was very shaken. She seemed like she was like, "What in the hell just happened?" And Nicole looked like she needed a friend. And I just said, "Hey, because I know people think I don't really take YouTube seriously. So let me tell you, if I really took YouTube seriously, I would be able to talk to half of these people. We would be cool where we were now. I just really think that we're subcontractors, and I just try to keep it at that.
But you know what? Some of these content creators, let me just tell you about me and Lady Snoop at one point in time. Now, she confronted me one time at one point in time on Lady Nika's platform, saying what did I have against her, what did I ever do to her, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, she failed to realize, you are a content creator, so it to me now, I want to see if this is gonna make sense about what I'm about to say. Now, she's a content creator, so at the end of the day, there are gonna be subscribers that's gonna like you and that's not gonna like you. So it does to me it doesn't make sense that you single out a certain subscriber, you know, saying that, why are you going in on me because you don't know me? Because that's like, I mean, you're a content creator, you're making yourself known. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You putting yourself out there to be liked or not liked. You see what I'm saying? And not to say that some of these subscribers be doing the most or whatever.
Hmm.
And so I guess, where my mistake come in at, I was, hitting a lot of panels and expressing my opinion. But anyway, but that's what she said, and I'm like, well, and I was telling her, this is, because I see your behavior on YouTube. I see your behavior is all over YouTube. And she was like, no, it's not all over YouTube. Aren't you a content creator?
Well, I'm gonna
yeah.
say this. I got an L from Lady Snoop, baby. This is before I had my good mic. Child, Lady Snoop wore me out, but I took an L from her. But I never hated her. Tracy, let me respond to that. Some people should have stayed at home. That's all I'm gonna say. I think April. I think April was trying to. I think April tries to be neutral, but sometimes you can't with certain people. They won't let you. And so that's all I'm gonna say. So somebody said, Jay Wilson, did you see Stump Down Live? He referenced you and Sean Bradley as the only two people in the sector to get weight loss surgery. Is that true? Um, did I go to Stump Down's hospital?
But you know what?
I
The
think it's
thing,
funny. And I'm only saying that because again, you know, I know how look again, I always tell people that when I came on YouTube, I was slim. I went to a personal trainer. It took me about 5 to 6 months to lose the weight. It's so funny because people have the fat and the skinny pictures, and they use the fat pictures a lot. So again, because I knew what to do, and because I wasn't going to that trainer again because that trainer was expensive. I just did it. And my thing is, I don't need to give any explanation. If that's what people think, that's what you think, boo. And that's it. No love lost or anything else, baby. Let people think what they think. Hey, it is what it is. So the answer is no, but if that's what people think, I go to the gym, I run, I do my stuff, baby. I don't have time to be fighting with folk. Anyway, it is what it is. God bless the child that's got his own. One minute I'm broke and I can't afford the to get cheese and beans, and then the next thing you know, I'm a jet setter going to Mexico. I'm just like, which one is it gonna be? But it's all good. Hey, it is what it is. Tracy Ness asked her to come, and she kept telling Ness in this heat they didn't come to see me. They want to see y'all. They kept putting her on the screen. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, let me
but
say
you know,
this. Go ahead,
okay, go ahead.
Rodney.
It's this certain guy that he thinks I'm stoned down. for some reason. I don't know why he thinks I'm stumped down. Um,
Well, you
let me
got a country accent.
let me think of. Oh, I think his name is Chopper, Chopper, or something like that. Chopper, or something. But he thinks I'm stumped down for some reason. Cause he said I sound like stumped down.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, but
right there. Pastor Nate, right there. Child, look, they hate you when you're fat. They hate you when you're skinny, and this is why I tell people you better know who you are, and you better love you no matter what situation you in. Because honey, these people don't like themselves, and their whole job is to break you down and try to destroy you. Let me say this, and I want to be very clear. I could lose everything tomorrow. I could lose everything tomorrow, but I'm still Jay Wilson. Ain't nothing changed about it. It is because the same confidence that I had when I had stuff, I'm gonna have it. And my thing is, I can always get it back. But you know what? Material things are just that. But at the end of the day, long as I have life, I got a chance. See, that's the whole thing. I don't let people come in here and do all of this foolishness. Y'all better know who you all are. What's going on?
Ron, yeah, I was reading Ron P's. Yeah, Ron P. I know that, but yeah, but he thinks I'm actually stumped down, and he was like, he was determined to figure out who I am, and I sound like him, and he was like, well, when I saw a video of Stomp Down walking, Stomp Down is light skinned, and this boy is light skinned as well, so and he sound like Stomp Down, so I think that's Stomp Down,
Child, that sounds like a Read the Heart of Philadelphia conspiracy theory. I love
and
Reed when it comes to that, though. I know people think, but Reed be coming up with these conspiracy theories, and honey, she be connecting the dots, girl. She be connecting the dots. So
speaking
somebody
of
said,
that,
"How come these young people don't have no teeth?" Baby, these teeth are giving me many things, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But look. Be who you are, love the skin that you in, and regardless of what people say, you move on. I mean, people gonna love you when you're rich, they gonna love you when you're poor, they gonna hate you when you're rich, they gonna people either like you or don't. You just gotta like yourself. Make sure you good with you. That's the whole thing. Make sure you good with you. But Rodney, like I said, it's really interesting what's going on here. But
right.
everything will come out in the watch, everything come out in the end. So we'll see what goes on. We'll see what happens, and yeah. So
Right. Like I say, maybe they just wasn't, trying to give us too much all at one time. I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to, look at the positive part, I guess.
yeah,
But like I say,
socially awkward though. Hold on for a minute. Who don't have what young people don't have no teeth? Socially awkward. Because you said how come all these young people don't have no teeth? Could you tell us what young people don't have any teeth? I'm just interested to know because yeah, who don't have no teeth? Now I know some old people who don't have no teeth. Jesus. But I'm just trying to find out who the young people don't have no teeth. Lord Jesus, who don't have their teeth?
I
Let me
have
tell
all
you
my
something. I
teeth.
went to the dentist yesterday. Yesterday was what, Thursday? Yeah. So I went to the dentist yesterday. Well, it was yesterday was Saturday, but the day before yesterday. And baby, good hygiene, dental hygiene is critical. And y'all,
Right.
please go to the dentist every 6 months to get your teeth clean. Get the
Right.
teeth clean. And then between cleaning, y'all, go get some floss and make sure you stimulating them gums. And make sure you get an old nasty piece of water pick and put some hydrogen peroxide in there to strengthen your gum. Not strengthen, but to strengthen your gums. And it gets some of that periodontal stuff out there. And then let the dentist go in there and use that high powered water pick and that metal scraper to, because you got to have good gum health. Seriously. The dentist is good and preventative care will help you. Now, I'm going to say this, knock on wood. I got all of my teeth,
Yep.
all of them are mine. These teeth didn't come from the store. I'm serious. And it's a blessing. to be 53 and get and still have all your teeth. Okay? All your teeth. You can eat food and stuff. You don't have to worry about eating a taffy apple and your teeth get stuck in the apple. It's a blessing. If you got your teeth, take care of them. Okay? Take care of them. Because everybody don't have that. And I'm just trying to figure out who socially awkward say don't have their teeth. But teeth is very important.
Yep.
Now that ain't no shade. That ain't no read. That's the truth. That's the truth. I'm telling you, y'all go to the dentist and get your teeth done. Also, if you a man and if you 45, it ain't even 50 no more. If you 45, go get your colonoscopy and making sure so you don't have, colon disease, cancer. Make sure if there's some polyps, make sure that you go, and that's no shade. Make sure you're doing a checkup. Make sure you're doing what you need to do for yourself. And that's real. That's real. If you over 50, get your shingle shots. I'm getting ready to get my shingle shots because I'm 53 and I should have had them shingle shots a long time ago. I just got I know a
Ooh, I
friend
don't
who
want
got
them. I don't ever want to catch that.
baby. I had a friend who got shingles and he said it was hell on earth. He said it felt like somebody was sticking pins in, oh my gosh, it was up on their shoulder.
Yeah, they said
Baby,
it's
I'm gonna get
painful.
my shingle shots. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
get
my
my.
shingle shots. That's real.
Yep.
I ain't never had it, but baby, I'm gonna get my baby. Look, I'm gonna get
Adult
my
chicken
shingle shots.
pox.
Now I've had chicken pox, but the shingles can still reside. And if you 50 and they say it ain't no joke, did you ever
Yeah.
have it? Somebody say it hurts bad. See? Somebody said a lot of young people have said they're gotten veneers or had to get their mouths fixed. Granny says if you don't take care of your mouth as a young woman, you don't take care of your pocketbook. Wow. Rodney, what you beeping? You in what you doing? You getting a little hot pocket?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Come
Yeah.
on, hot pocket. You know that's that when you know how microwave sound. Like, that's a hot pocket.
No, it's actually my stove. I'm putting a little piece in my. I got a little hungry tonight.
Somebody said I never had chicken pox. Girl, get your shingle shots. Get your shingle shots. Now I don't know about gout, but that gout comes from a poor diet for the most part. But y'all just take care of yourselves, and I pride myself in trying to take care of myself in my older age. I know we're gonna get old, but some of this stuff is preventative. And I'm gonna try to hold on to these teeth. Okay? I'm gonna try to hold on to these teeth. Even if you have no teeth, take care of your gums, baby. Take care of your gums. Y'all, ooh, Jesus. Take care of your gums. Make sure you floss. Y'all, flossing stimulates the gum. If you
Right.
floss and if you have blood in your gums, that means that your gums, you suffering. Because, we
Right.
had a content creator had bleeding gums. Ah! Wait a minute, I should laugh. But honey, we had a content creator and they was going through a stressful time. I guess they was gritting their teeth, honey, and the gums started bleeding, honey, like stigmata, honey. It was like the cross, honey. Jesus was, honey, them gums was bleeding. I ain't never seen nobody gums bleed over stress. I'm like, oh my God, see you, baby, you don't want bleeding gums. Girl, make sure you put some dental floss in them gums and make sure you get some hydrogen peroxide and put it in your water pick. Socially awkward. I'm serious. I ain't never seen nobody bleeding gums over stress. And I'm like, I'm like, it looked like stigmata, honey. It looked like the last it looked like the last temptation of Christ or something. The last words, the seven last words of Jesus. Honey, it looked like somebody pierced his gums, not pierced his side, baby. It looked like somebody pierced his gum and the blood came streaming down. I'm like, what is this gum bleeding? But yet getting Jerry curls. Why you trying to curl your hair? You need to be fixing your teeth. Our priorities in the wrong place. We buying them little zoot suits and stuff and them Falcon suits and stuff. And them Steve Harvey collection suits. You need to be putting that in your mouth. Okay. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I had two wisdom tooth pulled. And let me tell y'all something now. I had one wisdom tooth pulled, and I think it was the wisdom tooth. I think it might have been the bottom wisdom tooth. Honey, that man was drilling so hard. I thought I was smelling chicken. Lord, I'm like,
he
Rodney,
must didn't
now
have a
Rodney,
he
they
must didn't
numb
have
my mouth. Rodney, they numb my mouth up, right? You know, they give you the topical anesthetic and
right.
child, I ain't feel that, but I heard I heard the cracking of it because I heard it. I heard it. And then all of a sudden I heard the drill like, "Arr!" And baby, it smelled like roasted chicken in my mouth. I'm like, what in the hell are they doing? What is they doing in my mouth? It smelled like chicken. I'm
he
like,
must
I don't know what in the hell is going on.
he must have didn't have enough water on that drill cause it's not supposed to smell like
It
that.
smelled like chicken. And let me say this. I Rodney ain't lying. Now, one of the dentists, so I went to a dentist, I think, because I had one pulled, so I had one more still left, but I had two from the bottom and one from the top. Honey, now I went to one dentist and he put me under anesthesia. He said, I'm going to count. Do you know when they start counting? And baby,
Right.
I went to sleep. Baby, I woke up, I had cotton all in my mouth. I'm like, okay, they could have did me like that. They could have did me like that. Okay.
Right.
But honey, to be awake, not feel it, but to hear it, and then that drill, all you can hear that drill, you know how the drill go.
You're right.
Baby, I smelled roasted chicken, not fried chicken. It was roasted chicken, like a rotisserie chicken in my mouth. I'm like, what are they doing?
Yeah, he didn't have. I used to be a dental assistant. He didn't have enough water on that drill. That's what it was.
Okay, well, my teeth is.
That's exactly
Ooh, I'm
that's
like, oh
funny.
my God. I'm like, really, y'all? And the thing is, they could have just gone ahead and put me to sleep. They just put the topical stuff on there, and I mean, I didn't feel anything because it was
Right.
numb. But baby,
Right.
I was hearing the crack. I was like, oh my God. And then you started panicking, and I said, good thing I could breathe and stuff because, honey, if you were a person who stressed out, a panic, you would have jumped up from that seat. Because I'm telling you, between the cracking and the drill and the chicken smell, I was like, oh Lord Jesus. I said, oh Lord Jesus. I'm like, yeah, but don't let the dentist lay me back, baby. I felt like they were trying to pull my bottom jaw out my mouth. Okay, for that wisdom tooth. Okay, and don't let it be impacted. Oh Jesus. So but they got mine out. But yeah, them wisdom tooth something else. So I had to get mine pulled because it was getting ready to push the side of my teeth. And of course, if you don't get some of those, it depends on how the wisdom tooth comes in. And Rodney, since you were a dental assistant at once, if it comes in and is pushed on the teeth, it could give you cavities and your whole mouth can be gone.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And make your
So
teeth
Rodney, you
crooked and
did dental
everything.
assistant. So Rodney, that's a good career.
Yeah. I liked it, but the reason why I got out, it's a very cutthroat, competitive field. Also,
Well,
it's
it
very
seems like
cutthroat.
the dental assistants now they gotta be very accurate but very fast. It seems like it's
Right. Right.
speed. So you can't, do a decent job because now it seems like these dental offices trying to pack people in. So the man asked me yesterday, he said, you want the fluoride treatment? I'm like, man, I'm from Florida. They put fluoride in the water. I said, I ain't never had a cavity. No, absolutely not. I said, are y'all paying for it to come with the insurance? Rodney, I don't play that stuff. I don't play that stuff. I know I'm from Florida, and I know that they put fluoride in the water. A lot of people think
Right.
fluoride is poison, but my teeth have been very solid because of that fluoride.
Right. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I think they have it. Yeah. In most cities, I believe. I don't know. I think they have it in most cities. I'm not for sure.
Yeah, I know for sure that, and it's really funny because the dentist that I went to, he said, "Where you from?" I said I'm from Florida. He said, no wonder. He said, your teeth, not one cavity, da 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 da. And so he kind of gave me that, but yeah, but that's why I say these people up there talking about some of the COVID shot and stuff, and you got fluoride in the water and don't even know it, and deal
Right.
with that. And then have these people done been in the military and done got 55 shots and didn't even ask no questions. If you can take a malaria shot, you can take a COVID shot because that malaria shot will put you down.
Really?
We had to take malaria shots or take that daggone pill when we had to fly to Africa because they
Mhm.
had malaria really bad in Africa, and so we had to take it, honey. But let me tell you something: them mosquitoes don't like skin so soft in Africa either, honey. Skin so soft, and now that new that oil that they sell at Trader Joe's with the lemongrass and stuff. Oh, mosquitoes don't like that. They don't like that smell. They don't like that. So, but that
Mm.
skin so soft helped me out. But baby, I went to Africa, Rodney, and so the mosquitoes didn't get me, but the diarrhea did. Baby, I forgot. I don't know why in the hell I forgot this, but in the restaurants and stuff in the hotels, they have a really good water system,
Uh-huh.
So the hotels have up to date water system. So
Uh-huh.
we went to go eat in Achimoto, which is outside. It's a suburb, and baby, the people food was good. When I tell you, Rodney, the food was good, but it wasn't the right water. So I forgot that people cook food with water and all that stuff, right?
Right, right.
Child, I got back to that hotel room, baby. I thought my all my insides was being pulled out. Baby, I thought they was pulling out my insides and stuff. And it's bad when you get diarrhea and you gotta start drinking water because you're getting dehydrated. Baby,
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if Montezuma got a cousin, but he lives in Africa. Baby, if you think the water is bad in Mexico, that water in Africa had me towed down.
Really?
Towed down.
Wow.
I ain't never because so we have sewage treatment systems. We have chlorinated water and stuff, right?
Right.
Child, in Africa, they don't be having all that stuff in some of those places. Baby, I ate that food. Ooh, it tastes so good, baby. It seemed like the curry goat, the fufu, the rice, baby, the okra. It seemed like that. I thought my small intestines left me. I thought my large intestines, half of it was gone. I thought part of my heart and lung was gone. Baby, I felt like an empty shell. I said, I don't ever want to go through this again. And it was bad because, it was, it's bad when it's coming out both ways. Child, I said, ooh, baby, I
Wow.
thought I was, and then you don't want to go to the hospital in Africa. And like I said, I'm not beating it up, but we're used to our modern hospitals in the States and stuff.
Right,
China
right.
hospital in Africa looked like you weren't coming out. Looked like you go in and you was not coming out.
Ooh.
I'm serious. I'm serious. Look like that hospital has seen better days. And I'm like, Lord, please don't let. Oh, so it lasted about for four hours, Rodney. And I
Mm.
thought I was gonna see Jesus that night. I was like, Lord Jesus, I don't know if this what death feel like. I said, I don't know if this what death feel like, but baby, I thought I was getting ready to see the King. Okay, I thought I was ready to see the angels because it. Let me tell you something. I was praying. I'm like, God, look. So somebody said my husband ate goat in Afghanistan and paid the price too. All me, baby, it's a real steep price to pay. It is a real steep price to
Wow.
pay.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me get this oil because this lady want to know what this oil is from Trader Joe's. So let me get this oil, Rodney. What you eating, Rodney? You eating fish? What you eating?
No, I just put a little pizza in the oven. That's about it.
Okay, it was a hot pocket. I called that thing. I'm prophetic. So it's called Trader Joe's lemongrass coconut body oil, and it's with almond and jojoba oils. Baby, mosquitoes don't like that. I'm telling you what. So that's what I get from Trader Joe's.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's called Trader Joe's lemongrass coconut body oil, and baby, it works. It's better than skin so soft because honey, that skin so soft have you look like a whole piece of pork chop. I used to hate putting it on, Because honey, you just look like a whole piece of pork chop coming up. I was glistening in Africa, but baby, I said I'm not getting malaria. Because honey, the girl, because we had a guy who died of malaria. So
Oh,
yeah. Well, look, Rodney, look, go eat your food. It's been an hour and 54 minutes. We done gave the children some health tips. We done talked
right.
about what done went on. Rodney getting ready to eat this little hot pocket. And we gonna call it a night. But I thank y'all for coming on and hit that like button. I don't beg, but if you want to be a blessing, you can be a blessing. If you don't, you don't have to. But I ain't begging nobody. But y'all know how that is. So, but look, Rodney, have a good night. Y'all have a good night. Thank you,
All right, I'm gonna
Ushers. I
step down.
appreciate y'all. Y'all take care.